They did it. They fucking did it. The House of Representatives passed the NDAA, Trump's $1.15 trillion military budget, and still kept Section 219, which literally merged the Israeli and American militaries into one.
What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here, and they did it. They passed the NDAA, the National Defense budget. They passed the budget, and listen, it's the last day before they could leave. Unfortunately, we don't have fighters. Somehow Mitch McConnell got an actual sitting president not to have a U.S. Supreme Court justice, not to have a justice that in the Constitution of the United States, you get to pick as a president for an entire year. One of them died and was buried. And Mitch McConnell could make it so that that president could not pick a Supreme Court justice. But we, on the other hand, are stuck at the last minute, right before we have to go home for a month for another fucking vacation. Excuse my language, it's late. And we couldn't find a way to get the most egregious things out of this bill. And now you have to fund the military because Pete Hegseth, as I said in the last show, has expended all of the money that was reserved for the military in case we actually had to do something like, I don't know, defend ourselves, fight an actual necessary war, excursion that doesn't involve bombing people in a third world country in case people like Russia, who have attacked our entire election system and have a puppet in the White House, decide to do something. Now would be a good time. So yeah, they have to fund it. But the Democrats can't find a way to get this out of that bill.
They did it. They fucking did it. The House of Representatives passed the NDAA, Trump's $1.15 trillion military budget, and still kept Section 219, which literally merged the Israeli and American militaries into one. The Israelis now have access to every single piece of classified intelligence that we have within the Pentagon. This is not something that you can just undo, okay? Every single motherfucking representative that voted for that committed treason. You all committed treason. This is the very definition of fucking treason. Holy shit. Actually though, this is the worst possible scenario. Trump now has all this fucking money to keep on bombing Iran into oblivion. He's probably going to do a ground invasion. We're probably going to use low-yield tactical nukes. Israel is going to continue to invade Lebanon. Saudi Arabia is now getting, fucking nuclear programs gifted by us. You can't, oh my god, there's no legal recourse to fix this. There's literally no legal recourse to fix this. We are so unbelievably fucked. Good job, to the 79 million MAGA voters. You quite literally just put in, Dude, I feel like we are Troy. We are Troy, okay? And the Greeks are Israel, and they just use the NDAA like the fucking Trojan horse.
Now look, that's not the full case. We're going to go to military.com, and we have, number one, I want you to realize what's not in this article for military.com and why you should never be using them as a primary source. This is a secondary source at best. But for one, they will tell you that it has to pass the Senate first. Will it? We don't know. So it's not over with. Do not doom and gloom. What you do is you realize that you have the agency, the government of, for, and by the people, and that these people are looking to get reelected in the Senate as well, and that you start calling them and you start showing up in D.C. and you start going to these offices at home and in D.C. or don't and get what you get, but you can fight back. There is still time. I will, that's up to you. I know the people who watch this are a part of the movement, but there's something else. This is bigger. Military.com, what it didn't show, look at this. All of the things that this bill has. Let's go deeper. Well, we got retirement, we got using reserve, transitioning, military people coming back. And so you're telling me that military.com, in the passing of the NDAA through the House, has nowhere in here about where we're joining forces with the Israeli military? That's not in there? It's not even military.gov. This isn't something that's controlled by, all of them. All of them are run by these same assholes. All the publications. You're telling me that's not in there? This is something that I can tell you as a vet. I go to you may not go to military.com. I go there all the time. And many vets do. I have more. The bigger picture. Same people running that, making money from this .com. And the same people who are asking for billions and billions more because they have spent the treasury worth of the top 20 countries on earth, what they all spend on their military combined is what we had and what we're now depleting with a war that has no end and absolutely no planning, no strategy, no plan, still has no plan, but now wants $1 trillion more. The bigger picture is...
It is pablum at this point to point out that Donald Trump is the most corrupt president in American history. But it should be noted today with news that the greatest single act of corruption of the entire Trump administration has blossomed into its full bloom. Saudi Arabia will have a nuclear weapon, thanks to Donald Trump and Jared and Steve Witkoff and all of the Trump transactions. And have no doubt, it may not be 5 years from now or even in my lifetime, but within my children's lifetime, we will see a nuclear detonation. The Saudi bomb will not be one for deterrence.
Yeah. Yes. The corruption. The money. I mean, I would not be surprised if Trump said, hey, for every one of those missiles, just give me the how much one of those missiles is worth as well, and let me put it in my pocket. So you shoot a missile, I get $1 million. As a matter of fact, I don't put it past him just running by Fort Knox and saying, I'll take a piece of this. I'll just take a piece of that. How can I get something back for this? Are we going to bomb? Are we going to do what? How can I get something back for this? And the people who know how to speak that language are the other dictators, not the peons and the nuisances and the flies and roaches like Hegseth and all the people in his cabinet. The people who speak that language are people like Putin, people like is not real prime minister, because I can only imagine what they said to him to get this started. You want more money? You want more planes from Qatar? Do this thing. Hey, I can make you rich. We can control the Strait of Hormuz. All of this is one big ego trip for a maniac.
But it's not just the enemy that they don't see as human and don't plan for. It's the soldier. That's also why. They hate you and me, veterans. You don't believe me.
So today, we're going to talk about Trump's dismissive attitude to American losses. Trump made a post to social media that couldn't have been more tone deaf, and it probably doesn't make the point he thinks it makes. In typical Trump fashion, he turned to social media to brag about how great he is, even in the face of evidence to the contrary. And he posted, quote, Afghanistan War, 20 years, 2,000 dead. Iraq War, 9 years, 4,600 dead. Vietnam War, 19 years and 5 months, 58,220 dead. Korean War, 3 years and 1 month, 36,574 dead. Venezuela War, 1 day, 0 dead. Iran military conflict, 4 months, 18 dead. Chuck Schumer responded by posting, quote, bragging about only 18 brave U.S. service members being killed in a reckless and illegal war he started is beneath contempt and a new low even for the likes of Donald Trump. These troops are over there because of Trump and Hegseth's poor decision-making and egos. They're not just numbers on a screen, and neither are the lost on the other side, or the civilians caught in the middle. And if these are the numbers from an air war, this administration has exactly zero business considering a ground war. Since Trump won't take it off the table, Congress needs to.
and all of the people around him who are counting money and making money on war and rumors of war just now decided to make it go really big. Saudi Arabia will be nuclear soon. Now listen, they want it to be for infrastructure, nuclear infrastructure. That's what's up. If you weren't also a state sponsor of terrorism, I don't want you having one like I don't want Iran having one. I don't think anybody should. I would proliferate immediately, but it's impossible. It's impossible. Now that they're there, we're in a quagmire when it comes to nuclear weapons because you can't get rid of yours because somebody else not getting rid of theirs. And we've been trying to go down and down and down. And this orange imbecile, this infantile fool, this orangutan baby in diapers and a pee bag is so stupid and so foolish, and the people who voted for him are so moronic that this is where we're left. Back up to ramping up nukes. Back up to making back deals with friends who use you because they also see you're an infant and a baby boy who still pines after the love of his father that you'll never get because he's dead already. He's been used. And at every turn, you see why. There's a little bit of money here for you. His own son-in-law is probably using him to make these deals that he's been making with Saudi Arabia. When they first decided that they were going to recognize Israel. This is strange. United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia and all of these people who are Muslim countries decided that they would never see Israel as a true country. They wouldn't do any business with them. In comes Jared Kushner. In comes a few other notable people that have been working deals with Israel and America for years, and all of a sudden, they were the ones who got that act signed. So now all of these Muslim countries, well, they just forgive Israel. Just in time for Palestine to be gone, so we can all have our king and queen style casinos and hotels and beachfront property there. Just in time to bomb Iran because you thought for sure it was going to be that easy because the snake in the grass, Tekken Tutu, decided to cozy up to you and tell you what you could get for it. And all of it is showing now. Will there be a nuclear blast in the next 20 years? Who the heck knows? It's definitely more likely than less likely. As long as this guy is in there, he needs to be impeached now. And as much as can be reversed must be reversed now. We're still fighting. I still like you to hit up Patreon. As a matter of fact, if you know people in need and in help, I still like you to try to get in touch with me so I can vet you and we can do what we got to do because people are going to need it more than ever. Food prices going up. He already messed up another strait over there in the Red Sea. Yeah, there's another one. Oil's going to be going down again. But until then, we'll be helping. But we got to get him out. We got to get him out now. Look at this. Let's not forget, this is still on the table. This is still on the table. This senator up here, or House member up here, put this together. Why don't you guys screen save that and send it to your representative? Yeah, that's what you do. Because all of these are just the pages. You can find it for yourself, or if you just want to send a picture to a friend. We got to get him out of here. The time to fight is now. Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind. The kind that moves, But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're going to pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads. It's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works.